What's up, raw babes? And today I'm giving you very much raw. And by the thumbnail, you already know this is going to be a raw tutorial. This is a very beginner friendly hair tutorial, and we will also do a story time with LaShay. So let's jump right into it. Today we getting our wig from ALIPEARL. This wig is a 24-inch deep wave 13 by 4 HD frontal wig. This wig is also pre-plucked and pre-bleached, and it came perfect and laid. And y'all, this wig was very full, I don't know if it was like a 280 density, but baby, this was the fullest deep wave I ever seen. And the lace melts down. And I will show you guys everything that came with the purchase. It came with a wig brush, a wig cap, also a little travel to go mirror. It also came with some cute little lashes and also a wig bag for you guys can go ahead and purchase use of ALIPEARL. I'll make sure I put all the links down below so you can go purchase that. And also make sure you go on their little pages to find out different codes that you will want to use. If you want a little discount, go ahead. Remember, the links will be in my description box below. So let's get started. And y'all, I was so happy to do this install because I knew I was going to ache down because the wig was already giving. It came in with a full band inside the wig with clips. So it's very easy to just pop on and begin your process. And I was just so obsessed when I was looking at this wig. I said, girl, you better give me this wig, girl. Give it to me. Girl, and I'd be so mad because I'm like, dang, I'm so obsessed with this wig, but I got to give it to my model. One thing about me, my models do not do anything for free. I give them a free wig. They can take the wig, do what you want to do. This is just a perfect experience and just keep the energy high. But we're going to start off with our story time. So how LASHAYSGLAMZ became LASHAYSGLAMZ, y'all. I never thought about being a makeup artist ever. I knew I had artistic ways. Like I was into drawing art and coloring and painting. I was very artistic. I wanted to be an artist, but I never knew what field I wanted to land in. So when I was little, I'm also from Miami, Florida. So I'm from a city in Miami. If you guys are familiar with City Girls, Trina, or Trick Daddy, that's where I am from. And you will see a lot of surroundings of how the women will become, and they won't really strive towards greatness. So that's why we really represent when we're from where we're from, because it's very hard with your surroundings. It matters as well, but it really goes off of what you want in life. Oh, what? They need to see how you be cutting up behind the scenes. One thing about me, I did not want where I'm from to define me at all. So I knew I had to make it somewhere. Now also, you guys, for the ones who are just following me, I'm also an Aquarius. And Aquarius, we are very independent. Very independent. We hate for a person to throw anything in our face. We'll just go get it ourselves just to avoid that situation. And I was raised with very much of tough love. Okay, my family is also from Alabama. So tough love was very real. And they will always just teach you, the older crowd of grandparents, they'll teach you how to, girl, when I'm dead and gone, you better hurry up and get your life together. And you better know how to get your life together. And that's what stuck with me as a young child. So when I was 12 years old, it was just me and my sister. My mom used to take us to go to the girl down the street to go get our hair done. So one sister one day, the next sister the next day. And I remember we went to go get some twists or some plaits, I remember. And I was just watching the girl. I'm very virtual with how I learn. I can just look at a video and learn like this. Same way with this video, y'all. I'm not a hairstylist, but I watch everything, y'all, and I just learn straight off like that. I don't have to take no classes. That I always just been like that. So I used to watch a girl do the hair, and I was like, you know what? When I take this hair out, I'm gonna redo it in my head and see how it goes. And I was telling my mom, I said, I want to do some hair. Like, I want to start getting into it. So I went and did my neighbor hair, and I charged her $50. And it was something. It wasn't really, you know, my big one. But I started from somewhere, and I know you have to continue to have models in order to see yourself grow. And from there, I continued to have way more models than expected. And then I started charging people. And I was known for being that girl who can do some raw and full micro twists, y'all. I used to go to people's house because my grandma did not play that. She did not want anybody in her house. So I had to travel to people, but I was known with my business already with just doing hair. I would do my teacher's hair, the principals. Everybody knew Jakia, okay? So I know a lot of people ask, where do you get LaShay from? LaShay is my middle name. My first name is Jakia. When it came to making my business name, when I moved over to makeup, I had to do something unique. So when I got older, I started appreciating my middle name, and I felt in love, and I just put it all together, and LASHAYSGLAMZ, it was created. So in middle school, I also used to play with makeup as well, like little eyebrows and stuff. But it got real big in high school, okay? So at this time, Miami's a thing where everything's a trend. So whatever comes out, that's what everybody's going to get. And everybody was forgetting about the twists and plaits I used to do. So the business was getting real slow when it came to plaits and twists. I would only get clientele in summertime. So around this time, I used to practice on my homegirl, do her little eyebrows, do her little lashes, and nobody told me them eyebrows was dark and that concealer was white. But at the end of the day, they knew I was trying. So when I kept on practicing, asking for models, I eventually started playing around with makeup on other people. And they used to say, Jakia, girl, why you gonna start doing some makeup? And I just was that type where I even tell my students today, never rush a passion. Never rush it. Let it grow on you. Continue to practice. Give it some time. And that's what I did. I did not want to make anybody look dead, girl. I didn't want to take no chances, okay? I just wanted to wait and learn. I continued to look at YouTube and watch little YouTube videos because I was in high school. I could not afford a one-on-one class. And at that time, makeup wasn't really popping when it came to makeup artists. Only like Sephora and MAC, where people used to go get their makeup done. So that's how it was at around that time. So fast forward to majority of most of my childhood, I was taking care of my grandparents. And when it came around 11th and 12th grade year, my grandparents had passed away. So at this time, I didn't have any guidance, no guardians. I was going to a funeral every year. People was noticing that I was acting very distant. And it was kind of sad, but I needed some help from the people around me because I did not have a big family down here. At this point, it was just going to be a few cousins, a few uncles, and just me, my mom, and my sister. So at this time, my mom became being full-time back in my life, and she was the one where she was just like supporting me. I had to start from the bottom, y'all. I had to say, you know what, I'm gonna quit hair and let's start with makeup. And it was very hard because I used to put on Facebook, put on Instagram. I used to ask for models, and people used to stand me up, not come to the appointments. I used to cry. I literally moved into the salon, and I was like, how I'm gonna pay booth rent? You know, how I'm gonna pay booth rent? And that was my main question, and I didn't never have an answer for it. So I never had clients really. I would just try to practice and do little things. And I told one of my coworkers, and she was like a role model to me. I was like, I don't know, I'm gonna go work at Taco Bell. I never had a 9-to-5. I'm gonna just go work at Taco Bell. Because with a 9-to-5, I never liked nobody to tell me what to do. It's an Aquarius thing, y'all. We do not like nobody telling us what to do. So I'm like, yo, I'm finna just work at Taco Bell. Forget it. She said, no, like, you do not want to go back to work at home. You got to start somewhere. Closed mouth don't get fed. It be so many ladies coming in here for their hair done, but you need to be more vocal and tell people like, hey, I do makeup. Hey, I do eyebrows. Do you want to model for me? And that taught me so much because I had to let that shy stuff go and I had to open up my mouth. It's a true saying, a closed mouth do not get fed. And I feel like that's even a lot with you guys today. I see a lot of people in the comments growing their business. If you wanted to grow, you have to grow within yourself. Your communication skills have to go up. You gotta open that mouth. Now my biggest thing was support, because at that time my grief was so heavy. I would cry every time because I was going through a very dramatic time in my life where I was young, y'all. I was literally just getting out of high school. And I promised myself that once I graduate, I was gonna go into a shop. I didn't have no plan. I just was like, I'm gonna just go into a shop and start somewhere. But the crazy thing was, a lot of people grieve different. I put my grief into my work. I put my grief into my passion. And I wanted to make my grandparents happy. And that was my main thing. So I kept my head up. And yes, it was so hard because I was literally having one client a week. But guess what? You have to make it into something positive. Make it into something positive. So when I first started off, I was doing sales and discounts. I would do bestie discounts. Yes, I had to do makeup for free. You have to do a lot of things for free in order to get to where you at in life in the future. So I was so stressed out because I'm like, I'm gonna have to keep doing this stuff for free. I'm gonna have to keep asking for models. But guess what? People was showing up, and people gonna show up for some free stuff. Because guess what? I'm the same way, amen. People gonna show up for some free stuff. And I just continue to have a lot of people know of me, and know that I was just upcoming makeup artist, but I can do some like real good makeup just to begin with, because I was a very natural makeup artist. Like a lot of people, the only bad thing, maybe bad to people, but wasn't bad for me, was a person saying like, hey, you should do makeup too natural, which was okay. I was okay with that because I'm like, hey, at least you didn't say I do makeup dead. At least I don't make you look like a ghost. So I took it and ran with it, and I just was learning. And I tell people, you have to learn off of your clients as well. When a client looks in the mirror, you have to have tough skin. And I was young, y'all. I just was out of high school. I was a little crybaby. I was very sensitive. But I had to say, you know what? I'm allowing my clients to look in the mirror and tell me what you like, what you don't like. They used to say, LaShay, can you blend this out a little bit more? And I will learn from that client, because if your client like it, you love it. But guess what? If they tell you something, learn from it. Be able to take criticism. You're going to be in a field where even celebrities will tell you things that you need to fix. And that's what you'll learn to say, okay, I know for my next client that I have to do that. And that's how I also build up. Because again, I never took a class. So my only way was to help for my clients. So it's okay to hear criticism, but it also goes off of the delivery of what the client is giving. You'll have the ones that's a little bit too rowdy, and you will take offense to it. But the ones that I was around, I don't know if God was blessing me, but it was the ones who literally said like in the most nicest way. And I was just feeling more confident within myself. And that's when I just became to build up. So a lot of things, I was just learning new things that would come out on YouTube. And that's how I became being LaShay. And around that time, I did not know the do's and don'ts. But when you're learning within yourself, you will notice the do's and don'ts with a lot of things, okay? You'll see other people do things, but then when you do it, you probably do too much. Like, for example, the milk of magnesia. I used to see people use it. And when it was time for me to use it, it was this girl baby shower, and I used too much of it, God. I used too much of it to the point that the milk of magnesia was coming up from underneath her foundation, and it was mixing in with it. So she was looking so muddy and crazy, y'all. I had to literally tell her, now I'm gonna do your hair, your makeup for free. I'm gonna restart your face. I'm sorry, I cannot allow you to walk out of the shop looking like that, because at the end of the day, your client or your model is your name. That's your business name walking out of that door. So I say, you know what, let me redo it. It's okay if I do it for free. I'm a beginner. It is what it is. And it just taught little things like that, taught me the do's and don'ts. Like, and that's how I built myself on knowing what to do, what not to do, what to prevent with makeup. And I tell people all the time, like, when it comes to doing clients, be aware of things. Like, be a perfectionist. I used to always idolize pictures that I would want my clients to look like, and I used to mimic that. Or say, for instance, when y'all hear me say, oh, I want my girls to look like a walking filter, I used to look at how my girls used to look with filter on and say, okay, let me mimic that. Let me make it look like that in real time, in real life. And that's how I became to have my technique, and it looks like how it looks now. Another thing I can say for beginners, like, you have to understand, it will not happen overnight, y'all. For me to have so many clients, that did not happen overnight. I had to go through sweat and tears, meaning that I had to go through, like I said, I was just starting from the beginning. I was going through, life was lifing at my young age. I just lost my grandparents. So you have to really start from the beginning with your life and with your business. So I had to mature. I had to say, okay, I always was the type to grow up very fast. Like I told you, I started my business at 12 years old. So I had that mentality where I had to grow up fast, but I had to say, okay, now it's time for me to put my big girl panties on and to get this life started. So I had to understand that things will not happen overnight. A lot of people feel like you go book that class, you're going to be as raw as the makeup artist right after that class. No, you have to be consistent. You have to continue to ask, continue to reach out for models in order to see a difference within your makeup. So once I saw that difference within my makeup, I began to go up on prices. I began to let go of some of the sales, and I began to not be doing makeup for free unless I'm coming out with something good for content. So a lot of people ask me, how do you start off your pricing? Pricing goes off of the more clientele, the more you invest into your makeup, like with the purchasing, and also the more your followings will go up. You will go up in pricing. So I was starting off at 50, and the more and more I was getting clients, my followers was going up, my likes, and I was spending more money on more expensive makeup. That's when I would go up an extra $10 or $5 every other month. But when I start getting to the point where I'm like, okay, now this is what I should be charging for my work, because now you grow up raw now. And my clients was the ones where they were my biggest supporters. They would say, no, Lashay, you raw. And I didn't have no confidence, y'all. And one day I had this very pretty model, and God just told me, record this girl and set it up. I set up the video. I didn't even know how to edit YouTube videos. I went on YouTube. I found out that you can use iMovie. If you guys need any help with that, go on YouTube. YouTube is a platform where it will help you with anything. It's the new Google. Just go on YouTube, and that's how I learned. I edited the video and I posted it, and my phone was just blowing up. And I'm trying to think, like, is this a little niggas out here? Like, it's a little, like, what's up? My phone blowing up. I'm thinking I got, like, a lot of people, you know? And really, I see it was from YouTube. I was not getting paid at this time. So my phone was just blowing up. And I was the #1 top trending makeup tutorial during COVID. And I was so overwhelmed because I'm like, I can't believe, I feel like I'm a beginner. I feel like my work is not tea. But to other people are inspired by this. You have to understand, you can be a beginner, but it's people that don't know anything. It's people that's underneath you. You may feel like you're a beginner, but it's people that don't even know what foundation is. So I was still teaching people when I felt like my confidence was so low. You have to have confidence, y'all. You have to manifest into yourself. The tongue is a very powerful weapon. You have to say, I'm gonna be that raw makeup artist. I'm gonna be that raw hairstylist. I'm gonna be where I have 10 to 15 girls outside. You have to manifest. And that's how LASHAYSGLAMZ became who she is. I became to be more confident. I became to stand on business. I became to not be so soft when it comes to business, because people will step over you. I was so young, I had to say, hey, get that little shy and sweet stuff away. You have to stand on business just to avoid going through things. So even with my rules go off of my experiences that made me uncomfortable, or the things I see other people go through. And that's what built Lashay. I'm a very stern person. I stand on business. I have rules, but this is off of what makes me comfortable. I want to continue to have a passion for my business. So make yourself comfortable, y'all. Anything that makes you uncomfortable, all money is not good money. Let it go away. You have to always understand that you're not going to always have good clients. You're going to have bad and good experiences. Your goal is just to see what defines you. See what makes you that professional, and see what makes you that raw person. Always, energy is everything. Energy will build your clientele. They will always tell a friend to tell a friend. Once that one person has a good experience with you, that will go a long way. And also, just keep on going with your network. Get you a logo made. Have a professionalism about yourself, and have fun. Everything is fun. Enjoy it. And y'all, that's it with the story time. I hope I helped you guys with giving out my story and how LASHAYSGLAMZ became LASHAYSGLAMZ. Y'all, this was a wonderful and beautiful look today. We did only hair because the makeup, we was going through a few things. Her eyes was getting real watery. We couldn't continue with the makeup, but I really just want the basis on the hair for beginners. And I really hope that you guys like it. If you want to see some more tutorials on hair or makeup, comment down below. Hit that big notification bell so you can be the first to see whenever LASHAYSGLAMZ posts. Also subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is the page where you will learn all the gems. I'm from Miami, Florida. You want to come out here on your little girls trip, get your makeup done, or you want to book a one-on-one class and invest into your business, come on. Y'all, this look was given. I love the hair. I ate down. The stylist in the salon was like, LaShay, I know you did not do that hair. And yes, I killed that hair from beginning to end. It was giving. So I thank you guys for supporting. This video was very self-explanatory. And also make sure you guys share. Follow me on all platforms at LASHAYSGLAMZ. And I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. If you guys want to hear more story times, just comment down below. I love you guys so much. And bye. Mwah.